مساكم الله خير جميعا. What's popping, guys? Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim as well. And welcome to Zeer. What did I say? Welcome to ZeerTalks. Welcome to the match preview. Oh my god, I've already butchered the fucking thingy. Video already. Oh, the intro is already butchered because I'm recording after Fajr. Great. It's 4:44 in the morning, and I am recording this, at least at the time that I am. So, yeah, welcome again. Welcome to ZeerTalks. Welcome to the match preview for Ahli Sfc Hilal. It's a big game. It's going to be played in Johara in King Abdullah Sports City Stadium. And listen, man, it's going to be very interesting game. I actually don't know what to really expect out of this personally. I actually don't know what's going on in Al Ahli's end, to be really honest, because I haven't seen much information in regards to Al Ahli, if they are playing anybody, if they are missing anybody. I know from us, we're missing Darcy and we're missing Radif and we're missing Cancelo. That's all that we're missing. Cancelo because he hurt himself last game, and then Radif and Darcy. I actually don't. I'm not really fully sure why. Actually, what was the reason they said? Yeah, just because they were excluded from the squad for. I think they're trying to get match fit or something. They haven't been match fit yet or something. God knows what it is. From Al Ahli side, I don't think they're missing anybody. I mean, last game they played, they won 4-2 in the AFC. Well, I didn't put the thing. They were basically 2-0 down, and then they made it 4-2 in their game in the what you call it, AFC Champions League Elite, and they are the defending champions in that competition. I mean, less of because obviously they beat us in the semi-final, but yeah, well, it is what it is. Their team now, the new signing they got was Milo, and he's been doing very well for them in the 10 so far. So he's one player I would really look out for. Obviously, you have the Ivan Tonys, the Riyad Mahrezes, Frank Kessie. I've been very impressed on the guy. Dams has been doing a job since joining them as on left back. Ibanez, Demiral, they've stepped up their game in defense over the past year. Majrashi has his hit and miss moments lately, but he's somewhat decent. Uh, and then Mendy in goal, man. That's what they usually are going to be lining up with. So they are pretty dangerous, man. And these men, keep in mind, they're being coached under Matthijs Yesle, who, initially speaking, a lot of Al Ahly fans wanted him sacked because they weren't doing that great in the league. However, they won the AFC Champions League Elite, and now they're in a bit of a conundrum. They're like, should we keep him? Should we get rid of him? But then they won the Saudi Super Cup that we withdrew from. They took our place and won the thing on penalties against the Nasr. So now it's more like we have to trust the guy. That's the consensus in Al Ahly right now. So Al Ahly is doing all right for themselves. In the Saudi Pro League, they played 2 games just like us. They drew 0-0 to Al Ittifaq. That's not a good result. I mean, it was in Dammam. I'm not Dammam, Khabar, but still. But they did win 5-0 in the Kings Cup as well. And they also won 1-0 in the opening game of the thing when Ivan Toney scored. I believe that goal was scored and it was gonna be given offside, but it wasn't. So yeah, man. Listen, Al Ahly, they have 4 points at the moment. So do we, because obviously we won 2-0 against Nadir Riyadh. Then against Al Qadsiya, we drew 2-2. And we could have lost that game. So listen, it's one of them situations in which, listen, it's going to be very interesting. I mean, we have Inzaghi, they have Yesle. And Yesle is very underrated, in my opinion. I've been saying this for a bit now. He's very underrated, and he's been proving himself in silence. And that's what you have to do, man. That's what you have to do, because the more you prove yourself, now you're more wanted elsewhere. You know what I mean? It's just about building a. This is why I'm always saying you have to win trophies no matter where you are, no matter what competition. But people disregard these things. and then eventually they get rated and appreciated. Like it is what it is, whatever. But listen, if I was to talk about Al Hilal before I get to the lineups, listen, Al Hilal, we've not been too impressive. I have to be honest. Against what you call it, Riyadh, we were somewhat pretty decent. We were okay. But we were overplaying it. Against El Qadsi, we were also overplaying it, but I felt like we were not playing as good, and our midfield got exposed because we were playing Neves in a defensive role. Now, I know we did that as well in the AFC Champions League, but I feel like the difference was there was more cover in the midfield with Nasser Dosri playing than there was when there was no Nasser Dosri starting and we saw Neves drop back. But regardless, we should not even be seeing him drop back, if that really makes sense. Now, keep in mind, they're probably going to have a midfielder, Frank Kessie, Ziad Jehni, okay? And they're probably going to have Milo. That's probably going to be their midfield three. And that midfield is somewhat doing a job. Obviously, they have Brikan playing on one flank, Mahrez on the other flank, Tony up top. You know, that's going to be dangerous as well. So I feel like now that we have Inzaghi, I feel like Inzaghi needs to go back to what he was known for at Inter Milan. Back three. When he changed the game up a little bit at the game against Hale, and we ended up winning 2-1, guess what? Why did it work? Because we were forming that back three. Yes, Neves was playing a role in that, but we had somewhat of a cover there too. The main thing for me is we need cover. But regardless, I also feel like, yes, he may like Nasser Dosri. But again, I've said it before and I said it again. I feel like he'd be very good as an impact sub. Now, speaking of, I do want to talk about the lineups. And here is my lineup, to be honest. Oh, fuck the ads. This is my lineup. All right. So Bono's in goal. طبعا. Now we also got that Mathieu guy who joined from the French league. I don't remember which team it was. He's on the bench. He's a youngster, so it counts as under 21. You know, so we have him. So again, anything happens to Bono, you could bring him on. To be fair, but that could be said for a lot of our league games. I thought Yusuf Akçiçek playing left center back last game. This brother was man of the match in my opinion. They gave it to him, but realistically, it was him man of the match. What a performance! I wish the goal wasn't taken away from him, but Marcus Leonardo decided to be a majnoon. He decided to be ghabi, and yeah. Basically, because of that, obviously the goal didn't count, but I thought he performed brilliantly, man. And I can see why Hilal got him. I know when I asked TK, big up to you if you're watching, he told me not so good, not so bad, but I feel like for Saudi Pro League, he should do a job. You know what I mean? The way that he plays and his profile, I think he should be okay for Inzaghi's system. And then you have obviously Koulibaly. He didn't play last game in the Champions League because he was being rested for today. I'm saying today because, again, it's nearly 5 a.m. in the morning and the game's at 9 p.m. tonight. I personally would be playing Koulibaly left center back, and then Hassan Timbukti right center back. And this guy, I'm sorry, he needs to step up his game. I thought he performed okay last game against Hale, but I don't want to see the performance of Qadsi because that was uttering, shattering, stinker, and hooked. Yeah, awful. والله العظيم أسوأ مباراة شفت بحياتي من تنبكتي. ما ابغى اشوفها مره ثانيه. ما ابغى اشوفها مره ثانيه. لو يا ويلك لو اشوف المستوى الخرا لو تقدمها كذا يا حبيب قلبي ما عندي الشبشب. لو اجيب الشبشب والاقيك واعطيك ضربه ها. فابغاك تقدم مباراه كويس. فهمت؟ الله يخليك. اتمنى تقدم مباراه وتكون مدومه مباراه تقدم مباراه مره قوي وان شاء الله نفوز. لان اذا انت ما تقدم يا حبيب قلبي ايش تعرف شو يصير؟ بيركضون ورانا. بيهربون اصلا. انسى اركض. بيهربون. بيكون عندهم فرص مرتده يسجلون. تبغاه يوصل لهذه المرحله؟ لا ما نبغى نوصل لهذه المرحله، فابغاك تنتبه. Anyway, that's my message in Arabic. No more. Hamad Eliami obviously has to start right wing back. لأن الصراحة because the fact that Cancelo got hurt. So he's going to start. I thought he did good last game, to be fair. And that assist for Nunes was brilliant. I didn't talk about our last reaction, but that was a good assist. Theo Hernandez, good performance in the second half last game. I hope he keeps it up. Because against Al Qadsiya, the debut, if I speak, long day. So yeah, but this is why we need wing backs. None of this left backs, and you bring the midfielder center back, which is Neves. No, 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 no. You put Neves, Savage, midfield, huh? You get the see, and then this guy, see, huh? مو صعبة يا Inzaghi, not very hard, huh? See how I can do it? If I can do it, so can you. يا حبيبي, I don't care if you lost 5-0 in the Champions League final. You made it there to begin with. الحين show me why you got there to begin with. يلا. بعدين you have Malcolm on the right, Salam on the left, Nunes up top. And to be fair to Nunes, he's finishing reeks, but he's been scoring lately for some reason. Even coming off the bench last game, he scored. Fairs. So keep going. You know what I mean? So yeah, and Malcolm and Sam, best let phone. Stop taking the piss. Anyway, what's my prediction? I'm going to say, you know what, man? I don't think we win this game because I feel like Inzaghi will do some foolishness a little bit. And because of that, but he'll find a way. He'll switch something up and we'll find a way. But I think we're going to be trailing somehow, some way. And then we're going to do some sort of like a remontada or some shit and we're going to draw 2-2. I don't think we're going to win. I could be wrong, but yeah, man, I this smells a draw. And by the way, one thing about Al Ahli these days, I know they won 2 trophies already, but they have this habit of bottling games, especially in the Saudi Pro League. So, yeah, man, I'll just say 2-2 draw. I think we trail and we come back. But let me know the Hilal way anyway. But let me know what your guys' thoughts are in the comment section down below. And yes, I am going to be doing a watch along, inshallah, later on. So stay tuned for that. But guys, you know exactly what to do. Subscribe, press the alarm bells for future content notifications. Like, comment your way, go check socials. So inshallah, you're well, wherever you may be. And I'm going to end it here, guys. Take care. مع السلامة. See y'all later.